Studying Mr. Kim's phrase verbs completely changed my English. I would like to walk you through how that enhanced my English, and there are 3 things I would like to talk about. I can feel that my English sounds more natural and easier for native to follow. My friends who are native speakers seem more comfortable talking with me. That makes me confident to speaking English. For example, when I prepare some project, I was like, let's get it over with. We need to make the best of time. My native speakers say that was like, now you are talking. I just got blown away how you're speaking. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nagyun. I'm 46. I came back to Korea 2 months ago after living in Canada for about 2 years. I would like to start off by asking questions. Do you have any friends you can study with English? If you do, I think you are lucky, but if you don't worry, you are not alone. I'm here to share my story, how I found someone who I can study with. Like most people in Korea, I studied the English for TOEIC for ages. Back then, my all English studies were all about getting a high TOEIC score. I thought that was the right way to master English. To be honest, with a high score, I couldn't seem to be fluent in English. But furthermore, I didn't feel the need to go further. I guess that was because my job was stable, and I feel like I couldn't get by without putting more effort in English. On top of that, I was hooked on the games. So every night, when my wife went to bed, I sleep off and playing games for five hours. Looking back, I was completely stuck in my comfort zone. But one day, something hits me. All of a sudden, my project was canceled and my team was disbanded for some reason. I had to move to another team that I never experienced in. If I kept dedicating myself to the English, I would have gotten a better chance. I felt like I had to stop wasting time. So I started working on my English for real. So the first thing I had to do was quit gaming cold turkey and began studying English speaking. I realized that even people who used to be at good English were slowly falling behind. And they ended up being speechless. To my surprise, that gave me the motivations. If I keep up with the English, that could be my strength. After 4 years studying English on my own, I decided to move to Canada with my kids on my parental leave. Not just for me, but for my kids as well. I didn't want them to struggle with the English like I had. In the summer of 2023, I moved to Canada with my children. Look at the picture. There's someone is missing. Can you guess? I wish my wife could come with us, but she couldn't for personal reason. That meant, as you can guess, I have to take care of my kids. I have to cook every day. I pack every lunches. I didn't mean that way, but I was like, that is what it is. Even worse, I could barely find the time to study. Thankfully, when I got used to living in Canada, I stumbled upon 영어 독립 on YouTube. Someone is keep talking about how amazing Mr. Kim's book and Mr. Kim's class were. That was the 우당탕 영어 교실, hosting by the Dr. Shin. It comes to my mind, this class would help me to keep track of my English. So actually, I needed someone to study with me for consistencies. I bought e-book version of the Kim Jae-ho 영화 back, and on the spot, I began taking notes every sentence, every comment he did. It took me 3 times longer than actually it was, but it was it. I watched each videos at 1.5 times speed, so I could be exposed to contents more often and understand it better. Even though I had a lot of the errands, but I kept studying for 5 hours after my kids fell asleep. In the fall, I took the EA program, which stands for English for Academic Purpose. I dreamed I would be speaking a lot with the native speakers, but the reality didn't meet my expectations. They are focusing on the grammar and the essay writing. Even the students were not native speakers. The broken English go around. I didn't want them. That's when I realized I need to get down to Mr. Kim's online class, because I believe that every sentence in his book reflects a real and everyday English conversation. 8 months later, I went into a postgraduate program in supply chain management. It didn't take a long time to realize that how different between the lecture for non-native and the lecture for native speaker were. Not only do the professors speak so fast, but also they use ton of the idioms and the phrase verbs. Thankfully, in August 2024, Sangsang Square came out with Mr. Kim's phrase verbs just in time. What a coincidence. That's when Mr. Kim's phrase verbs is become my secret weapon. I was like, something started to click while I was studying. This book was not a one and done read. Besides, this online class were just a class. It's a D class one, D grade one. I tried to study for 10 hours during the summer break and pushed myself to study at 4 and 5 hours a day while the semester was in full swing. Studying Mr. Kim's phrase verbs completely changed my English. I would like to walk you through how that enhanced my English, and there are 3 things I would like to talk about. First, my listening becomes much clearer. I used to vaguely guess what phrase verbs meaning when the professor used them, but now I can clearly hear them and figure them out right away. Second, it changed the way I speak. Using the phrase verbs, I have the couple of the verb options depending on the situations. For example, when I need someone help understand something, I used to always say that explain, but now I can use them like a breakdown, go over, walk through. Lastly, I can feel that my English sounds more natural and easier for native to follow. My friends who are native speakers seem more comfortable talking with me. That makes me confident to speaking English. For example, when I prepare some project, I was like, let's get it over with. We need to make the best of time. My native speakers say that was like, now you are talking. I just got blown away how you're speaking. Thanks to Mr. Kim and Sangsang Square, I finished my study with honors. That is, it's the same as a A grade in Korea. After I graduate, I need to come back to Korea and get back to my work. I still struggle to make a time to study, but I try to reviewing all of the books. You probably know about the forgetting curve. If you stop studying, you will lose everything you have working on. So therefore, I will still need a friend who help me keep studying. There is a saying from Africa, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. I will keep going with Mr. Kim and Sangsang Square. I'm going to ask you again, do you have any friends you can study with English? Sangsang Square would be the best one you are looking for. And this is why I'm looking for the next class for the verbs coming up this fall. Thanks for listening. Good.